then, you know, add that expense into your monthly budget if your monthly budget allows you to. If your monthly budget does not allow you, and what I mean by allow you, after you've paid all of your bills. After you've paid all your bills, you don't owe nobody, you to put a little coin up for a rainy day. After all of that, that income, if that allows you to, you know, put some funds to the side to purchase one of these items, then do so. But if you cannot comfortably do that, then I would suggest not even worrying about it. Hey babes, welcome or welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title of this video, your girl is helping you figure out how to afford some of the hottest it bags of 2026. The streets are saying these are the must-have bags this year. So if you're trying to get your hands on one of these, let me show you how. In this video, I will break down how much you need to put back on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, depending on if you're trying to get this bag for summer, for fall, or as a Christmas gift to yourself. I will not only just tell you how much you need to put back, but I'll also discuss ways and strategies to help you comfortably either add this expense into your monthly budget without overstretching yourself, or find other alternative ways for you to purchase this bag using other means of funds, I should say. So if you're interested in this video, then just keep watching. So one of the popular bags that will be like a it bag for this year is the Roll Peggy Clutch. The Roll Peggy Clutch retails right now for about $2,900. It is described as the season defining it item. Not 100% sure if I agree with, you know, the description, but that's what the blogs and people are saying. So if you see me looking down, by the way, I have everything kind of broken down like financially in my little notes, so let's go through it. So I kind of broke it up in two ways because this really just depends on when you're trying to purchase this bag and how much you're willing to put back. So to be realistic, since this is kind of like an it bag, I did for June, the summertime, so if you're trying to purchase it in June, you would need to save $153 each week from this week on forward to like the first week of summer, which is like, you know, towards the end of June. But if you're not, you know, trying to do a per week basis, then you need to save about $725 per month. I know that seems very steep, but I mean, the bag is $2,900. And I also put it for people who may be thinking about getting this bag for Christmas. You can never, you know, start too early to plan for Christmas. I know for me, I've already created my Christmas savings that I will be purchasing, you know, my family and friends gifts out of this year, just, you know, to be financially smart. So for Christmas, it's about 46 weeks remaining into Christmas. I know that sounds crazy to say, but it is. So you would need about $63 per week or about $290 per month in order to afford this bag at $2,900. But just note, this is not including tax, and then this not including a potential price increase, which, you know, brands do have price increases, and I'm not sure how often the Roll has price increases, so you would definitely need to track this. Another popular bag that you will see is the Saint Laurent Mombasa bag. I feel like this is a fall winter bag, so I kind of broke it down for you to purchase around September or for Christmas. So the bag comes in 3 sizes, and it's like a revamp of the 2000s bag, like they just, you know, a re-edition of it. It comes in a small at $34.50, a medium at $4,300, and a large at $5,600. So for the small, you would need about $102 per week, or about $493 per month for the small. For the medium at $4,300, you would need about $127 per week and $615 per month. And for the large, you would need, for the large at $5,600, you would need about $165 per week or about $800 per month. And if you was to do the small size at $34.50 as a Christmas gift, you would need about $75 per week or about $345 per month. And you can calculate the same way for the large and the medium. You would just need to divide the $4,300 and the $5,600 by 46 weeks, or buy 10 months to get, you know, how much you would need per month. Another popular item this year is the Gucci Gigolo, Gigolo tote, if I pronounced that right. I feel like this is a great daily bag, so you would get more cost per wear out of this one. The bag prices are a little bit more reasonable. It is going to be seen by a lot of celebrities like Dakota Johnson or Sienna Miller, you know, rocking this bag. It's very versatile, and I feel like this is a great, like I mentioned, day bag, but you know, it can be a weekend bag, and it can also be a work bag if you're looking to purchase this bag for work. So the small is about $18.50 and the large is about $22.50. If you're trying to purchase this bag by summer, you would need about $462 per month. $462.50, so about $463 per month for the small, or about $116 per week. And then for Christmas, if you're trying to get it by Christmas, about $185 per month, or about $46.25 per week. And that's just for the small. As I mentioned earlier, you could do the same calculation for the larger size. Another popular bag that everybody is going crazy for is the Chanel 25. This is another great daily bag. I've seen a lot of people talk about, you know, using this bag as a work bag or, you know, just an everyday bag. It has been carried by like almost all the trendsetters and the influencer girlies. So if you haven't been living under a rock, I'm pretty sure you've seen this bag out and about. It does come in 3 different sizes. The prices for, well, it comes in 4 sizes actually. The prices for the mini is about $6,000, the small is about $6,400, medium is around $6,700, and the large is about $7,300. This is the most priciest bag out of all the bags that I've mentioned that are considered it bags for this year. So if you're looking to purchase this bag at a small size by June, you would need to save roughly about $1,600 per month, which is a lot, or about $400 per week. But if you were trying to purchase this, you know, as a Christmas gift to yourself this year, you would need to save about $640 per month, or about $160 per week for the small size. For those other sizes, medium and large, you would need to save a little bit more, you know, to save on a weekly or monthly basis. Now, I know that is a lot, and I'm pretty sure like Ashley in this economy trying to put, you know, back that kind of money and, you know, save and be financially wise. That's why I'm going to give you some other tips on how you can like maybe comfortably add these, you know, expenses to your budget. Like, I wouldn't suggest buying all 4 bags unless you just got it like that. So if you liked any one of the bags I've mentioned, I would pick, you know, pick the size that you're into, and then, you know, add that expense into your monthly budget if your monthly budget allows you to. If your monthly budget does not allow you, and what I mean by allow you, after you've paid all of your bills. After you've paid all your bills, you don't owe nobody, you to put a little coin up for a rainy day. After all of that income, if that allows you to, you know, put some funds to the side to purchase one of these items, then do so. But if you cannot comfortably do that, then I would suggest not even looking about it. If you can comfortably do so, and but you're trying to, you know, like, you know, make some other things shake, this is how you can kind of help, you know, decrease your expenses. I would say first and foremost, go on a no spend for a period. So if your goal is to buy one of these bags by summer, which is, you know, just 4 months away, I would say like maybe go on a no spend where you're not buying any clothes, shoes, you know, just other things that you really truly don't need for, you know, the next few months, and only just purchasing, you know, things that you truly need, necessities like personal items, household supplies, things of that nature. Another thing is to put extra money towards your goals. So if you like, you know, have a hobby that kind of gives you extra money, or a gig work, or just anything to that nature, just put those funds towards, you know, like your purse goal. Another thing is, like I just mentioned, adding this expense into your monthly budget if your monthly budget allows you to do so. So if you can comfortably afford to add, you know, a $400 payment into your budget for, you know, you can name it dream bag, you know, summer bag, whatever, like whatever you want to name that expense. If you can comfortably do so, then you can do that. Another thing that you can do is, you know, get a second job. I know that's something like that we probably wouldn't like to do this, kind of like the last resort, because if you already work a 9 to 5, the thought about going to work a second job, especially when it comes to just to buy something material, like this is not like I need a second job so I can pay my bills. That's kind of like, side eye, and it's kind of like, child, really? But if you truly want it, you can always find a second job. But that's also kind of hard in this economy with the job market being crazy. Another thing you can do is ask for money for your birthday. So if your birthday is between March and whatever the time frame you're trying to buy this item, you can just say, hey, if y'all can give me $50, $20, $100, whatever the amount, just ask your friends, family for money instead of something else, or ask them to buy the bag for you if they got it like that. You can ask them for money so you can put towards that. Another thing you can do is use your credit card points towards your purchase. We've seen what's going on with Saks, but I was going to say Saks is a great way to use your credit card points because oftentimes they have the boutiques inside the Saks store. So like say you want the Chanel bag, you can actually use your credit card points for a gift card and then redeem that gift card at the Chanel store inside the Saks. Or, use your credit card points to apply it as a credit on your credit card statement. So, however many points you have, whatever that equates to dollars, you can use that towards that. Another thing you can do is purchase out the country if you are traveling anytime soon. Oftentimes with countries that have a VAT refund process for, foreigners, you can get a good percentage back. So it can save you from a few $100s to thousands of dollars, just depending on the country and what their VAT refund percentage is. So, do your research if you have any upcoming trips for 2026 and see how you can save some money possibly outside the US. Another thing that you can do is wait for the item to go on sale. A lot of these brands don't have sales all the time. But like I mentioned with Saks, if they have a friends and family sale, sometimes these brands are included, sometimes they're excluded. If they are included, you may get the item for a sale if the retailer carries it. You could wait to semi-annual sales. I know for brands like Saint Laurent or Gucci and stuff like that, you may be able to score the item at the outlet, because sometimes they do send not only older season things to the outlet, but sometimes just overstock of current season things to the outlet. So you may go to the outlet one day and just find your look and find that bag for a discounted price, maybe 30 to 40% off. So honestly, those are some of the ways that you can afford the hottest bags this season. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!